everyone, welcome in. Sorry if my voice is a little more quieter than usual. Let me turn on my music just a smidge. Actually, you know what? It's fine. You know what? We'll keep it here, unless it's too loud for you guys. Just so you guys know, this is gonna be a little different than what. Sorry to hear that your convention wasn't great, but I hope that things will get better from here on out, for sure. I do want to talk about it though. This is going to be very different from my other streams and VODs, so if you don't want me to oh wow, it didn't pop up. Let me see what happened here. Let me see what happens. Well, I guess someone needs to get a ticket. I'm sorry, but I was robbed my golden ticket. It didn't pop up. Oh my gosh! I just did it manually. It didn't work. So this is gonna be a little bit different, and I'm gonna be talking about what happened.
And now it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Miku Miku.
Hi, Foxy. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hi. Sorry I don't have much of a voice. I'm gonna address that too. Sorry, my tickets aren't working, and I don't know why. Everything else is working. I don't understand why the tickets aren't working at the moment. I'm really sorry, guys. I'll pretend it's golden. It's fine. Cron crud, yes, exactly, and we're gonna address this. Okay, so the music's not as fun or as silly as it normally is, because of the thing I will be talking about. I will be also showing videos in clips and whatnot of what happens, because this artist alley is not something that is normal and should not be normal, and I feel like people need to see this because it was really bad. It was that bad to the point where I feel like, I don't know, I have to use my stream in some way to talk about it, and I've been nervous about it too, but I feel like it needs to happen today, even though I'm feeling sick right now. But because it happened, yesterday, the whole weekend, I feel like because it's so fresh in my mind, I need to talk about it. You know what I mean? So if you don't want to hear me get a little heated, and I know some people are like, oh no, I don't like it when people are angry. It kind of upsets me. I get that. And if you need to click off the stream and go somewhere else, I totally understand. I won't be yelling, of course, because I don't have much of a voice, but I will be getting a little heated here, and just want to let people know. But yeah, we will be doing art in between a little bit as I talk about it and address a few things. But yeah, conventions are getting more and more not as good as time goes onwards. No, so cons are usually very accommodating, very, very nice, and are very nice to their artists. This one was quite the opposite, and if you or anyone that is thinking about Artist Alley and applying and are in the situation, I feel like you need to know what is normal and what is not normal. And this is going to be a not normal situation that I feel like if someone were in my, I don't know, I would like to educate. So that way, if you go into Artist Alleys and stuff like that, you know that you're you have a lot of worth, and some things are just not worth it, and I want to show that, I think that's just saying that most cons are nice and fun. Yeah, this is the exception. Most cons are great, just not this one. So I'm gonna meet you guys over in the other screen. Actually, you know what, I'll stay on the screen for just a little bit longer, and we can just chat for a little bit about it. Unless you guys want to start right now, just let me know. So I'm gonna start from the very beginning. Oh, thank you for that pet. Yeah. I'll switch the screen then when I want to show off the videos that I have showing off how bad the conditions were. But I feel like I want to start at the very beginning and pros, cons of weird and bad stuff. Yeah, no, Roxy, this is bad. So let me start from the very beginning, I guess. So when I applied for the con, it looked like a 3-day con, and that's pretty normal for an anime convention. 3 days or 4 days, you know, I don't have a problem with that. And the thing is, they made you pay more for your spot because it was 3 days. Keep this in mind. It was supposed to be a 3-day con, and you paid extra for your booth because of those 3 days. So when it was getting closer to time for the con to show up, it changed to 2. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe it was always like that. No, it wasn't always like that. I even looked at my receipt. I was charged more to pay for my booth for 3 days. Okay. None of the artists were getting refunds because of them changing from 2 to 3, even though that we were all charged for the 3rd day. No refund. They refused to give you a refund. So I was like, okay, well, I've seen videos of it and it looks popular. People are going to this con, you know. Had no problem with that, you know, whatever. Maybe I'll make up the booth fee at con. Okay. So so most cons will give you, like, even just like the one I'm going to, Comic-Con, doesn't even start until the fall and has already months in advance sent me booth information, where do I park, you know, just information for me to like know where do I go, how am I going to load in, how am I going to load out, and accommodations that they're willing to give me so that I can load in and things to make me feel comfortable. And that is normal. That is the standard you should expect. Is a con is willing to accommodate you and have open communication, right? I didn't get any of my information from the booth or anything until 3 or 4 days before the convention. That is not normal. And the only reason why they did that was because the only reason why they even sent me that was because I sent an email and they said, oh, we forgot to send the other packets to the other artist. We had a bunch of artists drop out and we were trying to fill spaces before we sent out information to the other artists. And I was like, well, shouldn't you be taking care of your artists who have already applied first before you just like go in and like, you know, I don't know. I feel like the ones who are already accepted should know what's going on. Yeah, so a lot of them had dropped out because of reasons, you know. Was this ran by someone who was new to the company? Okay, so I'm gonna get to that. Trust me, I will get to that. Yeah. So, and then, oh, thank you. Sorry, I got some food. I don't know who it was, but anyways, so how do I like say this? Like, okay, so just for context, my husband and I, we normally do load-ins together, and he'll help me set up because, you know, he knows how to set up my booth with me and knows what he wants to do. I need that heavy, I need the manpower to help me lift boxes and all my product and stuff for artist alleys or exhibitor booths, right? So there were no maps when we were going there, so we didn't know where to go. The doors were not open for us. They were all locked, and we had to have another artist, open one of the doors from the inside. to let us in. There was no loading dock for us to load in it. They said that on the packet that there would be a loading dock for us, but they said, well, we didn't want to open it. It's locked. Oh, thank you for speaking. No, it's okay. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. I am not mad whatsoever. No, you're okay. Yes. Oh, and that's the other thing. Artists, they did not want artists to show up there until 8 o'clock at night. And they gave artists only an hour to set up. I said no because I have a baby. So I said no because I was like, I have a baby. I can't just go in there at 8 o'clock and I need someone to babysit, right? That's not gonna happen. Vendors / exhibitors were given from 4 to 9 to set up. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in at 4, and I let them know I have to check in at 4. There's no way I can do that. Hi, Ratzel, welcome in. I was like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way that I can do that. So they're like, oh yeah, we can give you a pass because, we can't find a babysitter. So yeah, and then going back to the locked doors, they had locked up the doors, they had locked up the loading docks. So we had to unload in a busy street. And in Portland, it's very busy. If you're in a city area, you should know how traffic and everything goes. Trying to avoid cars as you're unloading in front of a hotel sucks and is terrifying because people do not stop for you. Let me take a bite of my pizza real quick. Exactly. And it was not a good area. It was a terrible, terrible area. There was there was an incident of someone throwing a bottle of alcohol at the hotel during us going in to set up. There was people looking in other people's cars that were not artists or exhibitors. That was happening. And it was just bad. So anyways, as we're going to get our stuff, loading it into my wagon and taking it. So we went down to the ballroom. Keep this in mind. We're going down to the ballroom, and they said that's where what's happening. You're spilling tea. Yes, we're spilling some major tea. I feel like this needs to be addressed. Anyways, so we went to the ballroom, and they said this is where the vendors are at. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's great. So it was nice, very clean. There is AC. And I looked at the booths, and I know that my number was A40. There was no A's up there. And I was like, where is the artist supposed to go then? Because this says V for vendor. And I was like, what's going on? So I go up to one of the guys who was in charge of that area specifically. And he says, oh, you guys are actually in the parking garage. The artists are in the parking garage. I said, what? And keep in mind, the vendors area is nice and clean. And I have never been to a con that has had a parking garage. Ever. And most cons that do that, they make sure to have the exhibitors and artists with them, together. I have never seen them separated like this before. So we took the elevator down. I have no idea. This is gonna be some tea, so you guys get ready. This is where I'm gonna get a little heated because this pissed me off so much, and unfortunately my voice is not there because of the conditions I was in, and I'll talk more about that with you. So sit back, relax. Oh, gosh, this is so bad. So we go down to the parking garage, and I had to check the package, right, that they sent me, and it says parking garage. So I look at the thing, and it says there's AC, and it's supposed to be super nice, right? Okay. And I'm actually gonna pull up a picture of what it was supposed to look like. Let me go into my mail real quick, and I'm gonna walk you through this. I am so pissed because I actually have the package, or like the Artist Alley thing. Let me get. I don't care. Where is it? That's where we start. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna go into my other screen, and I'm gonna show you guys some pictures of what it was supposed to be. I know it's gonna be on my desktop for a little bit, but yeah, let's go over into the other screen, and I will show you some pictures and stuff. Yeah, this is what I was supposed to be working on for the thing, but let me quickly get the desktop going on. Yeah, it's Ellen. So this is what it's supposed to look like, okay? This is what we were supposed to have. This is the pastels. Oh, thank you. It was supposed to be nice and air conditioned, okay? Yeah, this is what it was supposed to look like. It was not like that. It was dark, disgusting, and muddy. When we first went in there, I thought for sure I would have AC because it was like, I can't do another heated thing again. I had just done an outdoor market where I had gotten sick from being too hot, and I thought that was the worst of it. I was mistaken. It was in fact not like that at all. So when I'm so pissed. So when we were setting up, we were right near the elevators, and I have a medical issue. I have to be near a restroom, and I need somewhere to go. I don't want to talk too much about it. It's a medical thing, but I need to be aware of where restrooms are so I can take care of myself. So I had to go to the person that was in charge of Artist Alley because she was there, very polite. I do not fault her because she's not in charge of it. She was just working in that area. I do not fault her whatsoever. She was super nice, super sweet. Do not fault her, okay? So I asked her, I was like, hey, where's the restrooms? And they're like, upstairs in the ballroom. The ballroom is where the vendors are at. I said, are you kidding? She's like, no. And they were not gonna have the ramp open for you to go walk up. That was the original plan. So I had to wait for an elevator to go to the restroom. And mind you, if I get extreme pain. I have an actual thing. Like, it hurts if I can't. Like, just go to a restroom for a minute. It's horrible. So, you know, I had to go up to, this is stupid, I want to choke the person, yes. I had to go to the restroom up in the vendor's thing, and when I came back down, husband and I were setting up. Setup was fine, super smooth. Unfortunately, my husband couldn't be there for me at the con, but I had a friend who was willing to help me, and his name was Andrew, also known as ATM0, here on Twitch. He was kind enough to come over because I wasn't able to get a babysitter for the weekends. My parents had said no, but I don't want to get into that part. Andrew was really nice enough to say, you know what, I would love to help you. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. He is amazing. And, you know, I'm going to give him a shout out right now because he was truly, truly awesome throughout the entire thing. And I don't know. I don't know what I could have done without him. He was amazing. And I'll tell you a little about, like, okay. So anyways, okay, so this is the other thing to keep in mind because we're going to talk about this as well too. This is a lot of tea. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember or not, but when I went to Sakura Con and other cons before, I've had this crazy artist person that has always come up to my booth and has been not so great to me. This is the first time I've ever had someone, like an artist, who is just actually rude. This is the artist that is seen at Sakura Con that questioned if I was even with my husband anymore because they were not there at Sakura Con. Even though I was with my sister-in-law for Sakura Con, and I was like, I'm pretty sure if I wasn't with my husband, like, my sister-in-law would not even, she would not even talk to me. So that was just wild to think about. Oh, okay. An ad is starting in 2 minutes, guys. I just want to let you guys know. I will make sure to like not talk when the ad pops up. And if there is an ad, please put ad in there, and I will not talk for a little bit so you can hear the rest of this, okay? But they are very, very rude. Every time I've seen this artist, they are so mean to me for no reason. And I'm supposedly their inspiration is what they told me for their artwork. I have never treated any... Okay, so I look up to a lot of artists, and I do not treat them like crap. I don't like treating artists like crap, because I was like... I don't know, I love... When I go to Artist Alley, I love to look at artists, and I like to look at their art. I like to freaking appreciate it, because it's freaking amazing. I want to eat all the art, and I don't understand how anyone could be mean to another artist when you're an artist at a convention together. I don't know how that works. Right, shout out. Okay. Let me take a bite of my pizza a little bit. Actually, I'll do that during the ad, actually. That'd be nice. So they were there, like, an aisle behind me. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And I looked at my husband and I was like, she's here. She's freaking here. I was like, are you kidding me? And my husband's like, who's actually in chat, his name is Jelly's Tech Support. That's my husband. Love him. He's the best. But anyways, he's like, oh no, Andrew's not gonna let that let that slide. I was like, he's like, Andrew's not gonna let that slide. He's like, you guys are both sassy. I'm not gonna worry. It's gonna be just fine. I was like, okay. I'm so done with her. But we're gonna come back to her in a second because that's a whole other thing, and we're gonna get into that too. I don't think he'd beat up a lady, but he will be sass, and I love him. So I went home, and okay, so we asked the Artist Alley person. Hey, is there gonna be AC or anything? Because this is hot. I was drenched. I was actually sweating. It was disgusting. And this was more sweat than what I experienced outside when I was doing a market. Okay, guys, I think the ad is about to start. Let me know if you're in the ad. If there's no ad, please let me know. Okay. Okay. Alright, let me know when it starts. Okay. Wait, my face. Alright, so...
アメリカや。
Oh. some drama that happens at WasabiCon. I don't care if I call it by name. But hi, welcome in. So anyways, they said there was gonna be, I know, that's awesome. Oh, okay, ads. Okay, I'll take a moment and I will eat some stuff until you guys come back. Pizza. I'm eating the cheese pizza. Cause my yeah, like the other day, it's the same pizza. It's so good. Recommend 10 out of 10. Hopefully they'll let me know when the ad comes back. I think it says ad break, it ends in a couple seconds. Oh, okay. I think chill and tech support are in ads. And I know they want to hear about it. But, I don't know. Ah! Okay. Okay. Tech support, if you're back, can I have a fan, please? I'm starting to overheat again. Can I please have a fan? I love you! Please, fan! I'm starting. Okay. Tech support, can you give me a fan, please? I'm starting to overheat. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe. It just disconnected. The fan was too much. It's reconnecting. There. This VOD just split up. It's back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright. Alright, so anyways, we went back home and I was like, how am I gonna do this? And okay, I have 3 fans because I had to buy 3 fans for the outdoor markets that I had to do, right? Because I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to get overheated when I'm outside. But because they told me that there was gonna be AC, I didn't charge any of them. I didn't charge any of them for day 1. Because I was told there's going to be AC, so I had nothing to worry about, right? Wrong. Wrong again. Wrong again. Wrong again. So freaking wrong. Oh, gosh, I'm going to cry. So, when Andrew and I got there, there was no signs to tell you where Artist Alley was at. I'll say that again. There's no signs. But there were signs telling you where vendors were at, where they were located. There's nothing for artists to know where anyone was going. Nothing on the maps, no arrows, no nothing. Yeah. So Andrew, yeah, so we went over into the thing and we're setting up. So we were sitting there for a while and there was no fans. No fans, no AC. In this stupid parking garage. No fans, no AC. They didn't bring out the AC or any fans until 4 o'clock. And the Artist Alley closed at 7. I was there from 10 to 7. And they didn't bring out a fan until 4. And it was one stupid fan. It was this one fan. It was about in the 90s or so. Or like 80s, I think. But because we're in a parking garage with no ventilation. Yeah, that's the other thing. No ventilation. The only breeze we were getting was from the outside. and I was smelling like smoke and things I can't smell. I didn't bring an inhaler, so I had to suffer through that too. It was bad. And you know what? I'm gonna show you how it went or what it looked like, because you guys remember that picture that I showed you of what it was supposed to look like? They had opened a ramp because an artist complained, is there gonna be arrows showing people where to go to Artist Alley? And they said no, we're just gonna open this ramp, and this is how you're gonna get to Artist Alley if you don't want to take the elevators. They only opened this ramp because someone complained and the elevators were taking too long, so people couldn't get to the vendor station. Okay? So I'm gonna show you, so this is someone else's video. This is not mine. So this is another artist that was there. They called Winkware. They sell like certain items and whatnot, like necklaces. And I'm gonna show you their video. They show like chokers and stuff like that that are themed for like dragons or for furries and whatnot. They're super, super sweet. But this is their video. Let me get my desktop up. I'm gonna take that down. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off my music for a second. This is what Artist Alley looked like. Okay? I'm gonna turn up the sound on this a little bit and turn up on here. Okay? Alright.
A little bit further, there's some gaming, and you'll find the artist. Artist Alley. Go down this ramp, and you'll find us. There is a sign, and here we are. It's a big ramp, but it's nice. We have gaming. Look at all the gaming over there. There's several rows. If you go down this row, there's the first row of artists. If you keep walking down a little bit further, there's some gaming, and you'll find my row. This is where I am. If you just keep walking,
this is what it looks like, guys.
See. We're almost there. Almost there, and you found it. Hooray! It's a bit smush, but I did the best I could with the space I have, and please come find me at WasabiCon. It'll be a great time.
Okay. And this is... Okay. So let me get the other video that she showed a little bit more of how to get there.
This is the Grand Tour.
Okay. So this is
the Grand Tour.
Alright, it's gonna have to be seen like this. I'm so sorry, but this is how it's gonna be looking like.
WasabiCons. We're in the garage basement Artist Alley. And this is row 1. This is row 2. That's where I am.
This is the row I was in. My little booth is right here. It's right here with like the pink little glow. It's right over there.
Part.
Yeah, there's my booth. You can see my little crocodile. That's where I am. This right here is where the elevators were. Yeah, there was no carpets for us. Only carpets they had were for the arcade. Not for artists though. But we're gonna get to this, okay? But this is the elevators. That's where you go out, and then yeah.
And row 3. Oh, they're blocking the other. And this is row 4. And this is over here. And then it kind of loops around over here. And then you come back, and here's.
Yeah. I know, but the thing with like that, the thing with that is that because there was no, the elevators were not only for artists, it was meant for attendees only. Awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, no, but you had to wait 10 minutes for the elevator to come over for you. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the only. No, no. The, the hotel was the one that actually made it so that way people could go up the ramp. It was the only reason why. There was no other way. So that's how you got to Artist Alley. So, and this was the other thing, okay? This is like a small little nitpick, but when we went to vendors, so when Andrew and I were looking through the vendor hall and the ballroom area, which was super nice. Let me see if I can get a picture of the hotels, like Hilton Hotel, ballroom. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. Well, a little bit close. Crap, I need to get the exact. Okay. Okay, this is what it looked like. Just minus the chairs and stuff. This is what it looked like. This is what the vendors had. This is what the vendors had. Minus the chairs, of course, but this is basically what they had. So, so when Andrew and I went to go to the vendors thing and like look around at stuff, right? I kind of noticed that some of the stuff, and I kind of got this confirmed, that a lot of the things were from AliExpress that some people were selling. Some of them were even resellers. There were no artists up in the vendors area. There's a lot of resellers, AliExpress, that kind of thing. I'm sure there were some people there that did their own thing, which there was people that did D&D things that made their own thing, and they were amazing. But a lot of them were like that, unfortunately. So we went over to the talent area, and that's where like the voice actors were at. Hold on. We went over to the talent area to see who voice actors were and look at their posters, see what time they were at, or just see who they voiced, right? We were looking at it, and all of a sudden, the guy who was in charge of the ballroom area for the vendors comes up to us and says, "Hey, you guys can't be too close to talent. They're setting up." And Andrew, and Andrew's like, "Where's the talent?" Because there was no talent there, and they were not setting up. It was literally a dark little cave for the voice actors. And as we're walking away, I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry. We were just looking at the poster." He's like, "Yeah." And and the guy looks at me and says, "Well, it was bad enough that I let you in as an artist, but this is the vendors area, and it's bad enough that I let you in, even though this is not your area. But you shouldn't be over here with the talent." I was like, "What?" And this was said as we're walking away. And I was like, that's so stinking rude, because I have never heard that. And like, even with SakuraCon, where there was 2 different buildings, they had no problems with artists or exhibitors were checking their stuff out. There was no problems, because we're all here. You know what I mean? Like, we are all working. I would have, but it was like day one and the con had not even started yet. So I wasn't sure where my footing was, I guess. Like, it hadn't even started yet. It was, so Andrew and I went downstairs and we were just like, the artist alley was starting and we were sitting there for a while. We got to meet and chat with a bunch of great artists. The person next to us, he actually got a bunch of art from who did Final Fantasy art, and they became quick friends, and I thought that was so sweet. And the people next to me, I had a little standee of a crocodile that you could take pictures with, selfies with, and Paytop's seen it before. Sorry, my voice is getting a little crunchy. I'm really sorry, but it's because of how I was treated this weekend. So the people next to me had moved my crocodile out of the way. Keep this in mind because this is kind of like a little small, little irritant, but it's probably because of the heat. So they moved my crocodile out of the way, and I had it in a way that was flush with my table and no one would hit it. Yeah, they moved my standee because they said it had too much room, but the gap in between my standee and their table was pretty big that Andrew and I could get around the crocodile, and it was no big deal. The only reason why I didn't have him over with the crocodile is because I started smelling someone smoking weed, and I can't be around that. I have some breathing issues, some medical things, and I could not be around it. And Andrew was nice enough to like switch spots with me. But yeah, I digress. Yeah, it was really rude. They didn't even ask. They just said, well, your standee's in the way, so we moved it. But you weren't here, so we couldn't ask. So I had to move it once they got done. I had to wait for them to get done. And I had to move it during the freaking con because they took too long to like set up, and it was so stupid. Throughout the day, we're getting a little bit hotter, and there's no fans. Oh yeah, inconsiderate about the weed. Yeah, for sure. Like, come on, why would you do that? Anyways. So it kept getting a lot hotter throughout the day. No, that was not allowed. It was not allowed because it's an enclosed space. And it's still within the hotel. The hotel is like a no smoking hotel, of course, like most hotels are. So it was not allowed. So it kept getting hotter and hotter. And the only way to get out of the heat was to go up into the ballroom area. It was horrible. I got so sick on day one that I had almost passed out, and there was a time where I don't even remember what I did. I just remember I just remember Andrew asking him if I'm okay, and me just like wobbling back and forth. It was that hot, and like I said, I had just did outdoor markets that were outside in 100-degree weather. It had never felt that way, but I felt this way in this very moment, and I was hot. I was sweating so bad that I had gone through all my water bottles I had brought, and it was 4 water bottles that I had gone through by 3 o'clock, which was not even halfway through, like most halfway like through the con. I had to get up from the booth and leave Andrew for a bit and go over just in the arcade because that ramp was open. It was letting in the cold air from the vendors area, but wasn't reaching our part of the con. And I sat there for a moment until I could feel a little bit better, and I drank some of the water that they had there, and the water was hot too. They had cold water, but because it was so hot in that parking lot, the water had turned hot too. But it was water, so of course I drank it, you know? Of course I did. Yeah, let me go into the other screen real quick. It was actually quite serious, and I'm so glad that Andrew was there because he made sure that I was drinking enough water. He was making sure that I was okay. And okay, just to give you some more context, this guy, he helped me when his whole arm was jacked up because he fell on it pretty hard down his stairs. Asked him about it during his freaking stream. I felt so bad, but he was like, no, I'm gonna lift this stuff for you. I'm gonna make sure you're okay. And I was like, are you okay though? Because he had like a whole arm brace and like a wrist thing, and I felt so bad. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he had to take it off. He wasn't allowed to take that thing off, but because it was so hot, he had to take it off a few times in order for him to like feel some like relief, at least like from the heat. And he wasn't supposed to. I know. So it was really nice. Made sure that I was okay. We both like were checking in with each other. I was like, hey, do you need to go walk around? And he's like, yes. At one point I did like had to go use the restroom, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go walk up to the ballroom. My whole body was in pain and I needed to go to the restroom. And I go up to the restroom. The ballroom's bathroom, the women's bathroom in general, specifically, had been in cleaning. They had been cleaning the women's bathroom, and it never had opened for the rest of the con. I mean, for that day anyways, for day one, had never opened again. For day one. And I was like, oh my gosh, where am I supposed to go to the bathroom? And at this point, I'm like, my ribs are hurting. Like, I don't know where to go. So I was like, crap. And I'm leaving Andrew alone for too long. I hate this. So I had to go up to the lobby. Yeah. And there was no like unisex bathroom, either like a family bathroom that you could use. Either it was only men's or women's. There was no family bathroom for you to use either, which sucked. So I went up to the lobby, and the bathroom up there was locked. You couldn't get into that bathroom unless you had a key card. Yeah, a key card. Unless you had a key card to get into that bathroom. Otherwise, there was no other way. You had to have a card if you were staying at the hotel to use any other bathrooms. So I had to go to the lobby, and I was like, hey, your door is locked for the women's bathroom. Is there any way I can get in? I really need to go to the restroom. Like, I need to be in there, please. And he's like, oh yeah, here's a card. Go ahead and go use it. This is the only way to unlock that bathroom. So I unlock it, and there was someone who I remember who had a cane, and she was having difficulties walking around. You know, I just let her in. I was like, you know what? Here, I got a key card. Why don't you just come on? Let's get into the bathroom. Let's just. So that's the only way. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through this real quick. I went back to the ballroom. Okay, so when I got to the restroom, right, the lobby had live music going on. You know, that's a lobby, you know, whatever. Live music, that was really cool. No, they weren't. No, the hotel staff was super sweet. But get this. I went up to the ballroom again because I had to take the elevator down there. There was no staircase to get downstairs. You only had to take the elevator up and down. There was no other way. So I went into the ballroom, and they were giving vendors live piano music, and they had raised the AC level and had fans going for them, and you know, they're having a little party, get together thing. I know. They had live music, piano music, playing anime music, and I couldn't even go up the escalator, though. That's the dumb thing, tech support. I couldn't even use the escalator because it was being used by the other cosplayers and attendees. It was so crowded, I couldn't even use it. There was no way I could use it. I had to use the elevator. So, I don't know. So, I finally went back down, and I noticed that they had set up a fan finally. And it was so freaking hot. And it was pushing out the hot air towards us, towards Artist Alley. The only part of Artist Alley that wasn't like that was like the other side of it. That was catching the air from the ramp. That was the only other way. Yes, so they made it worse. But we had some type of breeze, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm glad that it's even there. That's how desperate I was for some air, because it was just so hot. Oh. Yeah, it was bad. And then, we're not done yet. We're not done. So, you remember that one person? It's not over. Nope, it's not over. You remember that lady that I told you about? Yes, the one I referenced earlier. I had warned Andrew that she might be coming down. Yes. I had told Andrew before time, ahead of time, hey, the crazy lady's here. And he's like, oh, I'll take care of her. Don't worry, I got you. And I was like, oh yeah, he's just gonna, do his little thing, right? She came over to the booth, and I don't know how to quite describe this little toss, but she comes over and she's like, hi Jess, how you doing? I was like, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How's everything going? She's like, it's going pretty good, I guess. No one's coming to my booth. Or like however she said it. And she's like, so how are sales for you? Are you doing any good? Is anyone even coming to your booth? Is what she said. And before I could even answer, Andrew, oh my gosh. Andrew's like, yeah, she's been so busy. She's had so many people come to her booth. This is the only time she's had free time. We've had so many people coming. Which was like a truth but a lie, but I love him. And and she gave this expression like disappointed. She was so disappointed. Let me change my music a little bit.
This is your brain.
So she looks disappointed for a second and starts going through this binder she starts going through this binder that I have, that you can look at my prints and stuff, because I don't like to overwhelm my people that come to my booth, because con's already overwhelming, so I like to keep the rest of my stuff in a binder so you can look at it and then you tell me what you want. So she starts casually tossing each page. I don't know how to quite describe it. It's like I'm not really looking, but I'm skimming through your crap just to be here. And she starts looking at the sticker books that I have, because I sell sticker books too, which are reusable, which are super cool. And starts touching the corner of the sticker book, and she's like, are these even selling? Do people even want this? Because are you sure people even do people even like this? And Andrew's like, yeah, in fact, you know what? A lot of people like this. And that's the only two she has. She's been selling out of everything. Those are the only two she has. And I was like, oh my gosh. And meanwhile, I'm sitting next to a whole stack of sticker books. I was about to laugh, and I was like, oh crap, no, wait, let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out, right? So I did nothing. I had the straightest face I could do. Oh man, it was so hard. And she's like, and she looks at me. Well, not even look at me. She doesn't even look at me. Looks down, puts down the sticker book, and she's like, oh, okay then. And then walks away and looks so freaking distraught. Like, so disappointed. Because I'm doing well. And I looked at Andrew, was like, Andrew, we have like a whole stack. He's like, oh yeah, I know that. I just want to make her feel bad. I was like, yeah, let's go! And, oh my gosh, it was great. No, that made my whole day right there. He was, and it was like, because every con I've been at, this artist has always been so rude to me. Like I said, there's been a con where she even asked me how much I make from cons. To the point where she's like, no, I want a dollar amount of how much you make. Got that shiny moment and that got it. Yeah, I know. I would have put a Squidward. I bet. I would have loved it. So throughout the day, I've had artists come up to me and they were asking me, like, how are you doing? Because that's like a normal thing to ask artists, right? When you're another, like, other artists and stuff, when, you can always, like, to get a gauge if you really want to know how much, you just say, how's con going for you? That's it. That's all you have to ask. And that's, like, a nice, polite way of saying, like, are you making anything? But, like, it's nice and polite, and you're not saying, oh, what's your dollar amount? You know? Yeah, exactly. And I was like, you know, it's okay. I hate this heat. And someone has said there was a rumor going around that the hotel had booked a wedding the same time as this convention. That was the rumor. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I was told by another artist. That they had planned a wedding, and it was above the vendor hall. It's normal to say, hope you're doing well. It isn't, are you making money? How much? Exactly. And, oh, looks like there's an ad that's supposed to start in a few seconds. Let me know if it pops up for you guys. Sorry, gonna be coughing a little bit. Okay. Okay, cool. So looks like you can use some leaves. No! So I don't know if that was true, but there was a lot of people there. And the other thing was that vendor hall was getting a lot more accommodations. That was the other thing too. And a lot of people were saying that it was even hard to even get over here. So there was an artist next to me. She was getting a headache, and I was getting migraine from the heat as well. You know, there wasn't anything else that happened on day one. This is all day one, guys. This is day one. Oh gosh, let me see if it'll work. Hold on, I'll fix it. Let me try and fix it for you guys. I don't know. Tech support, you're gonna have to fix it. I don't know how. Hi, Mumbles. Hello. So the day had ended, and when I got back, oh, I just started. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna eat a little bit of my pizza. You guys had chat amongst yourselves. Let me know when you're back. Oh. Hold on, I want to take another bite of my pizza. I want to eat. Complaining is hard. Nah. I can't handle stuff crushing my stomach right now. I know. But my stomach's a little upset. So I got like cheese pizza. Okay. Oh no! Mumbles, I'm not done. That's only day one. You will not believe what happened on day two. You will not believe. You're gonna get pissed. There's more. There's much more. There's more. Oh, yeah. D2, just as bad. So, they didn't tell us what time the Artist Alley would open and close. So for day 2, Andrew and I went in a normal time because we thought the Artist Alley was going to open at 8. Open at 10, right? So we got there at 8 so we can put our stuff out, walk around a little bit, right? Maybe eat something. And, he's holding my box. Keep in mind, he does have like a messed up arm, and I felt so bad. I was like, Andrew, you want me to hold that? He's like, no, I got this. I was like, Andrew, let me hold the box. And he's like, no. I was like, fine. This is my box of plushies. I didn't want to leave it there, and it's a good thing I didn't leave it there. And I'll show you why. Oh yeah, you want to see the escalators that that tech support was like talking about? I'll show you real quick. Hold on, I got you. Okay, guys, hold on. Pause that. This is what it looked like. I can't play the audio because it is copyrighted music, but you can at least see like what happened here. So this is the escalator. You have to go down here. There's no signs. There is no signs to get to Artist Alley. Okay, hold on. Okay, so where they're going is to the ballroom. This is what the ballroom looks like. Okay, so we're going there. This is the ballroom. Look how nice that is. That's the vendor's hall. This is vendor's hall, guys. All right, and then they nicknamed the Artist Alley the dungeon because how freaking hot it was. And you know what? It was so bad that cosplayers, people in general, no one knew. No one knew that we were there. So when they came to Artist Alley, people were like, oh, we didn't even know that there was even an Artist Alley here. No one freaking knew. And a lot of people can't even get there because it wasn't wheelchair accessible. No way there was. Because the elevators were blocked. I've seen so many comments, and I heard a bunch of people in wheelchairs tell me there was no way I could have gotten here. I can't go down that ramp because look how steep this ramp is. Look at this. Look how steep that is. Can you tell me someone in a wheelchair is going to be okay down there? No. Even someone with a cane. This was Artist Alley. There's no air. There was no AC, no fans, no nothing. Not until the very end. Oh, let me go back. Here, I'll show you what the fans were. Okay, hold on. Whatever. Oh, wait, I can... Whatever. It's like those tiny little vac ones. Oh! It was right there! What am I doing? Okay, that's the fan. That little red thing, that's the fan that they had put and thought this would be okay for Artist Alley. That's what they thought was okay. That's the elevators. That's the alley thing I was at, so it was just constantly hot. And it was overly crowded. There was no space. Well, they had 2 fans. My bad. 2 fans. But they never, it never blowed out anything. This was the carpet that they had for gamers. Yeah, that's the fans. Those are the 2 fans. That's what they are. And right here, that little table was the people that asked for help. They had to suffer through it too. Yeah, some artists, yeah, that was the other thing. Artists had already left on day 1. That's not even fans on those floor drivers for event. I know. They're not even real fans. Yeah. No, and I felt so bad that I had Andrew come because I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, people had already left. I should have been one of those people that left. I needed the money because, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Let me go back. Yeah, these were the curtains. So you had trash behind there. This is the sign that they only had for Artist Alley. This is the only sign. That was it. The one sign. And they had two signs for vendors. This is the vendors hall once again, and then that's our ramp. Yeah. So that was the ramp. And I was like, that you gotta be kidding me. And it doesn't end there because we're not even in day 2 yet. So let me go back into the chatting screen. So now we're in day 2. And like I said, Andrew and I had got there at 8 o'clock so we can set up a little bit and put the plushies out because I do sell plushies now. So I put them out and we were sitting there and oh my gosh. So when Andrew and I got there, we had to go take the elevator down because I didn't want him like walking downstairs with a box, right? Because that'd be so messed up. So someone tried. For me, no, but I don't know about anyone else. I can't speak for everyone, but from my experience, they didn't. But that doesn't. I don't know if there was an incident about that, and I didn't hear about it from anyone else. So we were trying to go to the elevators and we try I thought I forgot my badge and Andrew's like, oh, do you want me to wait? And I was like, oh no, just go meet me at Artist Alley. You just take the elevator down. I'm gonna go try and find my badge before my husband leaves. Thank goodness in your case, I hate to hear it. Yeah, I know. So I had found my badge in my purse and I was like, oh my gosh, it's already here. I was like, so got my waters back together. I was gonna head down and I noticed that the ballroom button and the button for Artist Alley for the parking garage was not working. I kept pushing the button, was not working. And it should be open, right? Because we had to go through the thing. And all of a sudden the doors close in on me. I'm in this elevator by myself. I don't know where Andrew's at. I just assumed he probably got into Artist Alley. And the doors close. And I'm pushing buttons at this point. I'm pushing whatever button I can. I'm pushing the lobby button. I'm pushing the ballroom button. I'm pushing any button I can at this point to just get out now. And I'm getting terrified. And all of a sudden, the elevator starts going to level 5 and stops. But the doors don't open. The doors aren't freaking opening. And I'm pushing buttons for the lobby again, pushing for the lobby, because that's the only thing lighting up, right? Not working. It's not even going. And the doors are still closed. So I pushed the emergency button because I was like, what am I supposed to do? What if it falls? Like, you know, I have that irrational fear of like elevators like will suddenly fall. I know it won't. It's always been a fear of mine growing up. It's just Final Destination. I don't know. Kind of screwed me up. So I'm standing there and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And I'm about to cry. And I'm remembering this and my hands are shaking a little bit. So I'm pushing the button. I'm trying to get the operator on. And I was like, the doors aren't opening. And the operator's not even answering. That's right, the operator's not even answering. It's ringing. You hear something, and I'm crying at this point. I'm terrified. The doors don't even open. And I'm stuck. And all of a sudden, the elevator starts to move up to the 10th floor. And finally, it opens. The lady who got in there got pissed off that I had pushed the button, but I was like, screw you. And I rushed out of the thing, and I realized there's no stairway. There's no stairway for me to even walk down to the lobby. I didn't want to go down that freaking elevator again, but I had to. I rushed out of that one just in case. It was something wrong with that elevator, and I didn't want to deal with it. And I cried. I cried for a moment to myself. I didn't tell Andrew that because I didn't want him to freak out. But I cried a little bit. And went into another elevator, and I went back down to the lobby. I noticed that the escalators weren't working either. They only went up. So I just walked down myself with a bunch of bags in my hands. I went down to the ballroom, and I noticed right around the corner, Andrew was sitting on a chair. I was like, Andrew, what happened? He's like, I tried to go down the parking garage, and that's what happened. So the same thing had happened to Andrew, but he was able to get out before it had closed in on him, and he wasn't able to get out. Thank goodness he didn't have to experience what I had to experience in that elevator. I'm glad. He's like, and I told him what happened. I didn't tell him I cried. I didn't want to freak out. He's like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. So we sat there for a moment, and he was hoping to go to Artist Alley and eat some, like get some coffee at least, you know? We weren't able to. Vendors Hall had chains wrapped around the doors. The ramp door had been like fully shut and locked. We couldn't get to the Artist Alley because the elevators weren't even working. So yeah, they had chains. We did not have chains, of course. So we sat there for a moment. Andrew got his coffee. He ordered me a breakfast burrito and got himself a little breakfast sandwich, and it was nice. It was very thoughtful that he got me something to eat. And I know. And I'm glad the bathrooms were finally operational on day 2 on the ballroom because, you know, issues, whatnot. But, you know, it was nice to know that they were open now. So we sat there for a moment and noticed that the hotel person, we were like, hey, why is the elevator not taking us to the parking garage? What's going on? He said the con has them locked. The hotel had to manually do something where the elevators do not go down the stairs, go down to the parking garage or the ballroom because they had to be locked. Wasabi Con did not let any of us know that. It would have been so nice to have known that. Because you know what? That terrified me. I was terrified. And it sucked. And I didn't have anyone there with me. It sucked. Oh gosh, sorry. So he unlocked the vendor's thing with the chains on them, and the lights were obviously off because everything was locked up. And so the staff came over and got upset with the staff, the hotel staff, saying they weren't supposed to open the locks. They were supposed to let them wait until 10:45. I know exactly. They didn't tell. They got so pissed off. I remember one of the staff, Andrew and I were listening in, and she got so pissed off. She's like, "Yeah, on the Discord, we were getting upset. I'm gonna tell them that they took the chains off early. We were supposed to make them wait until 10:45 to 11 when it opens. They weren't supposed to open this early." I get where they're coming from because they don't want attendees in there. But there was vendors and artists waiting to get into their spots so they can restock and do whatever they need to do and get into their spots. Because I saw people carrying wagons to go back into their places and needed to go back into their area. And So we waited there, and vendors came up, and they're like asking the staff who for the con, can we go into our thing? They're like, no, you need to wait until 10:45. They're like, but it's 10 o'clock. Isn't the con already open? They're like, yeah, we need to wait until this time. They're like, but the door's already open. Why can't I just go in? It was, and it was just awful. And they finally let them in because the two people from the staff for WasabiCon got so fed up with them asking that they just said, you know what, just go in. And it wasn't great. So our vendors got their thing open. So Andrew and like, oh, if they're open and they're able to go into their thing early, maybe Artist Alley is open, right? Wrong. It was not freaking open. The elevators were not open. And get this. This is the thing that like scared us. I'm kind of glad that I wasn't in this situation. But at the same time, this is terrifying to me too. Some artists were able to get into the elevator and go into the parking garage. They were able to get into the parking garage where the Artist Alley was. But they were not able to get out because Wasabi had had the hotel lock the elevators that they weren't able to go back into the elevator. And because WasabiCon wouldn't open up the ramp, they weren't able to go up the ramp either to get out. So they were stuck in Artist Alley until everything had been opened by WasabiCon. So they were stuck there. No ventilation, and there was no fans still down there for them. Nothing. They were imprisoned. They couldn't come out, and they're freaking out. The person who was in charge of the Artist Alley, or was like supposed to be the helper, whatever. Anyways, was like, we need to get down there. Like, she was trying to get the elevators to open and trying to get them down to the thing. Deleted all the comments, like over 40. Oh my gosh, no way. I'll add some more comments. I'll add some crap comments. I got this. Okay, and I'm gonna get to that too. Don't worry. I got this. I know. So, here's the other thing. Wasabi did not want to turn on the elevators until 11 for Artist Alley, from what I heard. And the person who was supposed to be in Artist Alley with us as like help was trying to get it to go, and finally convinced one of the people to open the ramp, because I said, hey, why don't you guys just open the ramp? If there's artists trapped in the parking garage, why not just open up the ramp and just have someone stand there being security to watch the ramp? Why is that so hard? Why can't they just do that, right? You think that'd be a main priority, is to get people out that are trapped. The dumb thing is, WasabiCon was not going to do that. The hotel was doing that. The hotel is the one that opened up the ramp so the people could get out. It was not WasabiCon. They did nothing. So we finally got down the ramp. The artists were there. You know, it was hotter than the day before, early in the morning already. And I remember walking there, and it was already so bad. So hotel did more for the Artist Alley than the day that, yes. From what from my perspective, yes. So, oh wait, where's my mouse? Okay, where am I at? Okay, so as the day kind of went on, I've heard a lot of stuff, and I kind of noticed that attendees were already coming into Artist Alley, and I was like, Artist Alley wasn't supposed to be open. And I'm in the middle of texting my husband because we're trying to find out when Artist Alley ends for today, because it says on the badge that the con ends at 6, right? So I asked the person, they're like, oh yeah, it ends up 5. Some people said 6. So it's like, okay, we found out it was 5 from someone. And we're like, okay. I had an artist come up to me and they're like, oh yeah, did you see what happened this morning? I was like, oh yeah, but the artist got trapped. And like, wait, artist got trapped? And I was like, yeah. I was like, wait, what thing are you talking about? And they're like, they come around my booth and we start talking and gossiping a little bit. And they said that the only reason why, so at the ramp was supposed to be open. The only reason why attendees weren't showing up anymore was because of this artist. And they said, yeah, I complained to them that people should not be coming in here if they can have someone guard the ramp so attendees don't keep coming in, only artists can. Because they said my stuff could cause, like, it could be a liability for them because they have a bunch of props and they had a lot of things that could probably fall on someone, or, you know, didn't want to be responsible for someone getting hurt. And I completely understand. You know what I mean? Like, that's their business, that's their livelihood. You don't want to put someone at risk because someone else isn't, like, regulating who's coming in besides just artists, you know? And let me guess, they got confused and only let artists in for the... No, they didn't. So they said the staff gave them grief for even asking for that. They gave them such grief for asking that. And finally had to, they're like, yeah, they give like a heavy sigh and they're all upset, but they finally did it and has someone standing up there. And when I went up the ramp to go see, there was someone actually standing up there now, checking attendees and artists coming through. Which is stupid. I don't know why they didn't do that before. And throughout the day, it was just hot and muggy, and it got worse. I felt myself getting a little overheated, and I felt myself starting to feel like what I was on day 1. And I remembered that I had packed a fan this time around that has been fully charged, at least, you know, a little bit charged enough. Put it down, and I was feeling better again. And I was like, there was still no AC. And when I went up to go, oh yeah, that's the other thing. So I went up to the vendor's hall because I wanted to go grab some snacks, because on day 1, I grabbed some snacks for Andrew and I. And I wanted to go grab some more snacks, go like, get more mochi, go get some other little things. And I ended up doing that. And I went over there, and the person who was selling snacks had raised the prices of their snacks for day 2. Because I was getting mochi, and I got like 3 packs, right? And like another little thing, right? And he's like, that's $50. I was like, what? I was like, how is that 50? I was like, yesterday when I got a bunch of stuff from you, it was like $50 for 3 things of mochi. And I was confused because it was like, wait a second. Yesterday when I came up here and I got a huge bag of stuff for us to eat, it was $31. How is it that today it's 50? Why is it 50? And he's like, oh yeah, because the mochi's $15 each. And I was like, that wasn't like that yesterday. Why did it change? So I ended up getting 2 mochi and the thing for Andrew that I promised, because I did promise him something. And I only paid like $34, $35 or something like that. Yep. And this is the other thing that you're going to find out too. So as I was walking through the vendors thing, I noticed that some vendors were actually packing up and leaving. And a lot of them looked very upset. And I was really confused. So going back to the artist person that I was talking to earlier about the security thing, they mentioned something that vendors were actually not making as much money as they wanted to. And we're having a tough time. The vendors even said, we didn't even know there was an artist alley here. They didn't even know that we were there. They thought it was just them. They were never told that we were there. So they were surprised that we were put into the parking garage. They had so many rooms available for Artist Alley to be part of something and to have nice conditions, but it was never met at all. And it was very disappointing the entire time. I've never been so like disrespected by a con ever. Most cons are so accommodating and so kind, and this one was not. The staff were horrible, the conditions were bad, and some of the things were really messed up. But we're not done yet, unfortunately. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, there's more. There's more. So, as the day went on, some artists had already packed up and left. So were vendors. And a lot of vendors and everyone was upset that they weren't making any money. Staff was apparently being mean to other people and not being kind to artists or vendors, according to someone else. I don't know. I only had that one interaction with a one staff person, and that was it. So I don't know what it was like for everyone else. I'm only speaking from my perspective of what happens, what I saw, and what I heard. So as the day went on, it was perfectly fine. We had the thing open, we had a bunch of water, and I had gone through 4 or 5 water bottles and had continued to keep going through water, and I was so dehydrated that when I like to cross my legs and stuff when I'm like sitting, or like cross one leg over the other, you know, that kind of thing. So I was so dehydrated and just feeling sick that when I took my leg off my other leg to uncross it, there had been like a little red mark, because you know that's normal for me, but the skin was not coming back up. Because you know how like when you poke your skin, your skin kind of like goes in a little bit, but then the skin comes right back up, right? It was not doing that. I was so dehydrated, even from drinking 5 water bottles within a few hours. And yeah, exactly. And I was walking around at some points when it got a little bit quieter, and you know, I let Andrew do the same, make sure he got as many breaks as he needed to, and let him do his own little thing as well, and he let me do my little thing where I can go around see other artists and talk to them for a little bit. One of the artists that I absolutely adore, and I see her at a lot of events. Yeah. I see her at a lot of events, and she said the air quality in here is so bad that she had major migraines for the past couple nights already. And she had issues with her ears because the level of the parking garage, her ears weren't popping. It was just hard for her. They were hurting, and her hands were starting to shake a little bit because of how hot it was. She's like, my body is not meant for hot weather, and I just assumed that this was supposed to be AC controlled, and it wasn't. It truly was not. And she was having issues. Hi, Andrew! We're singing your praises. Hi. Oh, ads. Okay, I'll take a second. Let me get some water. Or vitamin water, I guess. Yeah, we're saying you're amazing. We said you're amazing, Andrew. I don't know if I said that right. You're an amazing help on the con with me. You were great. I was just saying you're an amazing person. You did great at the con. You were so helpful with me. I'll give it a second until like the ads come, like we get out of the ad break. No, you did amazing, Andrew, and I'm super freaking. It was amazing. I appreciate you. Alright, now we're back. Okay. I told her she had a very special looking art. Yeah. No, it was not mean. No, Andrew, that was not mean. I will tell you right now, her comments for freaking me, the comments that she said to me, that is not even bad compared to what she said to me. No, that is well deserved. No. It was well deserved. So anyways, I heard from a lot of artists it was just really bad. And that they were getting sick. I went over to this other booth and they're like, we're from Canada. And I look up to, this is one of the artists I look up to. They're selling like Pokemon art. And I look up to them and like follow them, and I love their art style, and I think it's so sweet. And she's like, we came here from Canada and we're not even making any money. Like, a lot of people did not make back their booth. Like, they did not make it back at all. I had a few people that said that they were asking for refunds in the con would not give them back their money at all. Yeah, no problem. Is that better? Okay. Let me drop this then. So a lot of the artists had said to me that they were not getting refunds for their booth because of the no third day. Oh, it's okay. You're fine. Okay. Cool beans. So a lot of them did not make their booth back. Some of them can even get refunds for not being 3 days. Near the end of the con, it was so bad, and I am going to show you a little clip of someone who was trying to do loadout. And loading out for artists is just, taking your stuff out. They have finally opened the docking bay, but not really. They made us go up the ramp 2 flights, or at least up to the top, to the ground floor, to the lobby, so we can come out. And this is someone's experience of what happened as they were loading out. And I've heard a lot of people talking about this. And I think I need to share this because this is a problem with the hotel as well as the con. This is the conditions that we had. So let me show you real quick what they had here. So this is what I mean by this kind of behavior. Here you go. And I'm going to raise up the volume on here so that you guys can hear it and I won't talk over it.
Recording this little guy. Oh no. Hello, little mouse. You're so cute. Hello, Artisali mouse. It's a little mouse. Little Artisali mouse. Hello, my little friend. Please don't bite me.
Oh, it got snapped.
My shirt doesn't work out here. Oh, he found some food. Oh, we got a good shot. He's enjoying his little crunchies. Sally's photos came a little blurry, but he's so cute. Little artist Sally Mouse. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad I was able to share and sing a little song. Recording this little guy.
So that is what was seen at Artist Alley. A lot of people said that they had seen mice at the con. You ain't no mouse. I'm sorry, that's just me. Mumbles, if that was you, I'd be so freaking happy to see you. My gosh. We would have so much fun at these events, Mumbles. Anyways. Let me turn up my sound a little bit. Oh my god. Anyways. So a lot of people said that during loadout they had seen some mice. Some people had said that they had mice in their stuff. Mice had gotten into their stuff. From what I heard, I'd probably get arrested. Mumbles, I would still appreciate you to be there. But yeah, they found mice in their stuff, even in their little things. As they're going, they had found mice from the hotel and the con. Loading out sucked, even though we didn't have a wagon. Yes, in their merch and luggage. Not like, you know, the luggage that they had in their hotel room, but like luggage that they brought with them for like loadout, like to put their product in. So basically their merch, I guess. Anyways, besides the point. Yeah, so so when my husband got there, I had to switch out with him because I was getting overheated and I was getting sick again. So my husband wanted to do a trade out just in case. And no, Andrew, I'm so sorry. Andrew, did you take anything for your elbow? Did you take anything for the swelling? But okay, so Andrew in tech support, they were the real MVP, like for this whole thing with loadout. They helped me so much, and there was a guy from the staff, and he had he had asked me to move my car, and so I had to bring my toddler because someone didn't want to watch my son for family wise. They did not want to watch my kid for at least a few hours so I can get out of there. That's a whole other issue. I don't want to like air that out on stream. It's just not the time and place for that, you know what I mean? So it's, how do I say this? So I had to sit with my son, so when someone knocked on the door to like do that, I was like, yeah, sure. They're like, yeah, we need you out of the way because this truck needs to get over here. And we're like, why would you do this when artists and vendors are getting out at the same time? Why this time? Was it this time that you had to freaking do this? So as Andrew and my husband were getting stuff back into the car, they had to move the car back and forth because they had to move it forward to like open up the oh my gosh, the trunk and get stuff in there and then move it back. My husband said that Andrew made a comment saying, oh yeah, where's that truck? I don't see the truck anywhere, or something like that. Andrew could probably correct me if I said it wrong, or I'm just paraphrasing because I didn't hear it. And I thought that was hilarious and justified. And so that constantly happened, and by the end of our loadout, the truck had finally came, and the guy was like, get out of the way, I need to get in here. And I was like, well, you need to wait now, because we were waiting for you. So we got our stuff in, pulled forward, put the rest of the stuff in there, and then I felt so bad for Andrew because I couldn't take him home, but I'm glad that Terry was able to pick him up, and he was safe home, and I felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not the con experience that I wanted to take Andrew to and have him around, because I felt so bad. I was just like, it's enough that I had to deal with it, or my husband has to deal with it, but I feel bad if someone who's my friend has to deal with this kind of crap with me, because I felt like, I don't know, I don't like to do that to my friends. And the whole thing was just nonsense and just terrible, and never relax. I know, but I still worry. I'm talking to worry word over here. You're surviving art pool. Nonsense is putting it lightly. I know. Yeah, we're not going back. A lot of the artists, we all have said that we're not going to come back to this con. If it's at the same location, absolutely not. So from what I heard, and rumors that I heard, was that someone else had taken over Wasabi Con, and that they wanted the Artist Alley to be in the parking garage and vendors to be above them. Someone had wanted this. I hope things get better from here, both you, Jess, and your family. And oh yeah, I hope so too. This is the first time I've ever had an anime convention do this. Like, even with SakuraCon, the staff were very helpful, and even though it was 2 buildings, they had clear signage where to go, how to get to the things, and make sure that their artists were taken care of, at least. And this is the first time I've been so disrespected by a con. Mans are probably an yeah. No, I felt like I need to, let me change the song a little bit. Let me go back to this one.
It's great.
I felt like I wanted to use this as a way to like talk about it. I did not have any B-roll, which sucks. But I didn't have any B-roll because I was feeling sick. I didn't have enough time, honestly, and I wish I did, because you know what, I would have made a TikTok video of this talking about the situation and maybe put it on YouTube, because this crap is not okay. If you go to an artist alley and you see that you're supposed to be in a freaking dungeon, that's not okay. You get up and you leave. I mean, unless, I don't know your circumstances, but like my thing is, I wish I would have left, and I could have left, but I couldn't, because I mean, I'm still trying to get on my feet after moving and everything, and I mean, we haven't been even fully moved in. Hi, Zark! And it sucks. This is disrespectful on so many levels, and just unhygienic, and the air quality was terrible. It was still air. It was disgusting. And it's really unfortunate. I thought this was going to be a good con, and you know, it had been going on for a few years, and I thought it would be nice. Yeah, there's so many comments going on these videos that I pulled up here on TikTok. They're on Instagram as well, if you want the links to them and whatnot. And the con who did this was Wasabi Con PDX. This is ridiculous. I should not have to be put into a parking garage and feel sick. And that was the other thing. Because of the quality of the air for parking garage, my eye was so puffed up, I literally looked like Quasimodo. I couldn't see out of it in the morning for day 2. It was so bad. It was disgusting. I am glad that the swelling went down by the time I got to see Andrew for day 2. It was still a little swelled, and I could see out of it after that. But I've never had that issue before, and the swelling was going down, but by the end of the day, it had went back up again because I was back in the parking garage. I wasn't taking care of myself as I should have done because of the quality of the air. It was bad. Today I still have a swollen eye. My throat is like crap. It's very itchy. I don't know if I'm getting sick. I hope I'm not. I can't get sick. I'm grateful I don't have any more cons coming up. Not for a while, not until September. But I've been so overheated. I'm still like having issues. I've been constantly drinking water whenever I can. I've been drinking vitamin water. I've gone through many things. Exactly. But I can't do that again. That really hurt my body. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do that again. Like, this is the worst. I mean, I don't know. Hi Nathan, hello. We were just talking about some tea a little bit earlier. So hold up. What was this about putting you in a garage? So Wasabi Con PDX had put all their artists into a parking garage. I will open up my Discord now because I've gone through most of the things. So if you're a friend of mine or you have the streamer role in my Discord, you are now welcome to come in and ask me questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. We can talk about it, and do some art together for a little bit until I get off, because I've been this thing has been so bad on my body. I have slept all day. This is the first time I have been up the longest. I've been sleeping all day, and that is not normal for me, because I'm used to like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning doing whatever, and it sucks. I am so run down, I can't. So now I'm in the stream room, so if you want to come in and talk and whatnot, ask me some questions, you're more than welcome to. I'm gonna go into the other screen. I'm pretty much done with like all the little things. Hi! Hello! I can't scream, my throat hurts.
That's okay. I'll do the scream for you.
Okay, you got this.
Man, fuck that con, man. That con sucks.
Oh, thank you.
I do have a question.
What's up?
From the venting, all the negative, I do want to hear a hopeful positive. I do remember you saying something about what was it? That stuff that you made for the has been a hotel hell boss kind of thing, the tarot cards.
Yeah.
How did that go?
So
Did
they
you
actually
do the thing?
Huh?
Did you like show it to the voice actors or something?
So it was only Nifty that was there, and artists were not allowed to go over to that area. We were not allowed.
Racism.
But the fun thing is, I'll be at Rose City, and I know the voice actor Blitz will be there. So
solid.
Yeah, I know. I've been to Rose City before. They are super great. But I'm gonna be an exhibitor there, so I get the bigger booth, and I get to decorate more. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. That's what we've been waiting for.
Yeah. That's what we want.
Wasabi, Con, please learn. You're not children. Anywho, that's it. That's my question.
Yeah. Nah, everyone liked the prints though. They had a lot of fun with it. Just not a whole lot of people came down to the dungeon, because it was too hot. There was, oh, that's right. So yesterday there was someone that had like an extreme nosebleed because it was so hot.
Oh no.
Like their whole like their nose to their chin was full of blood. It was really bad. There's people that fell over. Like it was just nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, it's.
I would have just been like, hey guys, guess what I got? An actual AC. If I actually could, I would.
Oh no! Hey Foxy, get this though.
What?
So they gave feedback papers to vendors, right?
Oh.
But not to Artist Alley.
Yep, there's your racism. There's your racism, but for the honest.
They only gave it to certain artists that were close to the AC. Not to the rest of us.
They want the good. They want the good reviews, not.
Yep. Yeah. So they.
I want to give them a bad review.
Oh yeah, for sure. They are actually.
Hey!
So hey, Paytop. Oh, and currently right now, from what tech support said to me, they are actually deleting bad comments on their Instagram right now. They had 14 comments, and they now only have 2, so they're deleting comments right now.
Oh, I got Twitter. We got Twitter. I'm gonna yell at Twitter, be like, "Hey, so you want to talk about how amazing you did with the Artist Alley?" Sarcasm.
Yeah, right.
We should all just make a bunch of like, "Yo, what about that AC though?"
Right.
That AC in the parking garage was pretty good, wasn't it?
Right.
That was BS though. It was so I was so pissed. But I'm very grateful that Andrew was there to help me. Especially with that one girl. Oh my gosh, I hate her.
Oh, I had such spicy words I would have wanted to say.
I wish you were
next
there.
time she comes back, she's just like, "Oh,"
Well,
or something, you know.
Okay, so this is the other thing. So she told me at SakuraCon that she was hoping to be at Rose City, which is where I'm already going to be at. So if she's freaking there, she's in for quite a surprise because I'm above her now.
Hey, Jess.
Because I'm an exhibitor, so I get bigger spaces, and like I'm above Artist Alley, and I'm guaranteed every single year, if I pay for it, to be there. She's like, heck yeah!
Hey, Jess.
Hey, what?
I swear, if I ever do come to one of those cons and you're there, and she's being her, I would just grab up a $50, look straight in her face, slam on the table.
Well,
Hey,
the funny thing is,
I'm here to buy shit.
so Andrew actually walked around to go see how she was doing. She had no business for 2 days.
Good.
2 days, no business.
I mean, kind of mean, but deserved.
I know. You don't be a crap person. Just next time you go to a con and they treat you like this. I know, I should have. I was just feeling sick and I didn't think about it. I was trying to like take care of myself and yeah, I didn't think about it. I thought about it right.
And now, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Miku Miku
How are you?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm okay. I'm in recovery.
You missed some tea.
Yeah, you missed some tea for like a straight hour.
Bitter tea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it has been an hour. Holy crap.
Oh, it is bitter. Oh,
Yeah,
Sorry.
oh,
that's
it's okay.
fine.
But yeah, did you
Got
guys
that
like the mouse
crud.
video?
Mouse was like, I want to make some art.
He's like, I want to eat it. Literally. Bad Conti. Yeah, some actual bad Conti. By the way, I don't care if I do this because this was crap to us. The con's name is Wasabi Con PDX. Have fun.
And they're deleting comments that are negative, so.
Y'all, just whatever you do, don't do bad reviews. Don't do bad.
Hope you're having a good day today. Well, thank you
gotta
so
be good on
much.
it, okay?
And thank you so much, Ghoulish, for coming by and giving me a quick little raid. How are you doing and how was your stream today? I appreciate you. Love you, Ghoulish. But yeah,
Wow.
that was the con experience. I want to ask for a refund and just complain because they didn't give any Artist Alley people any feedback slips or any of their emails or anything to do that.
Oh, you better strike them with those emails. Be like, hey, can I have the refund?
Yep.
The reason this, that, the other. Just keep badgering them.
Cons have gone downhill.
That is almost kind of true. I've seen a
Some of
couple, heard a
them.
couple that has went to shit.
Yeah.
Just kind of lame. It upsets
There's
me.
a Reddit thread on Comic-Con about wasabi. Just saying. Ooh.
Well, time to go play
Like
Reddit.
Oh no! Whatever will I
What was
do?
It would be a shame if you dropped the link in chat.
I know.
I wonder why no Artist Alley's ever got feedback forms. I know, right? No, but Zark, if you want to send that over to like, I'm glad you're doing better now despite the negative stuff that happened. You're too awesome to have bad things. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Exactly.
But I had a moment of actually crying, but we talked about that about the elevator. I almost cried thinking about it on here. I was like, no, we're not gonna cry on stream. No. You're not gonna get those VTuber tears. No.
It's fine.
No VTuber tears.
It's
Emotions.
justified. This case is definitely justified.
Absolutely.
No VTuber
You know,
tears.
I'll cry for you.
No. It's an media. Okay. Thank you, Zark. I appreciate you. You're a wonderful human being. And I hope you get lots and lots of chocolate. Unless you're allergic, then I don't know what to tell you. Go get you some
Get
donut.
whatever makes you happy.
Exactly.
Get plain cookies. Get
You
sugar
know what,
cookies.
Zark? Go get another cat. Go get a freaking puppy. Make yourself happy.
Yo, go get an orange cat.
Get a puppy.
I want an orange cat.
They're combination between crackhead and cuddlebug, so
Wait, what do you mean? How dare you use me to do this? Wait, what? Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? What happened? Who's
Why-
being to
why is-
Ghoulish right now?
why is she ringing?
Pee on her floor, boys.
Oh,
That's what,
don't
Karen-
don't pee on Ghoulish. She doesn't like the pee. She's already no pee on Ghoulish.
Just
Yeah, no pee. She said no pee, guys. You be nice.
you gotta hold it.
You gotta hold it.
Oh my gosh, I just realized Paytop's here. Wow!
I've been here for like 10 minutes.
But say he's been their whole stream.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like drawing while listening, but
Yeah,
I've been here the whole
no.
time.
Yeah.
All right, I should have done something I should have done a while ago. Here, paint.
Yeah?
There you go. In the chat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play the you're
Yeah.
gay thing.
No,
You were gonna
not
do
yet.
that. Not yet.
Also, I have
Okay.
to
Not
go.
yet.
Hope you have a lovely stream. Feel better. Thank you so much. I hope I feel better.
I want you to feel better.
My throat is so scratchy from yesterday. I've never had that kind of experience before.
The heat alone is a huge issue, and the whole
It was like,
bathroom, like for anyone, would be an issue.
oh
I
my
imagine.
gosh, yeah, it was horrible for the
I'll be
bathroom
vocal
thing.
as hell.
Like, just the fact that they're like, didn't have, like, you didn't have access to like bathrooms was disgusting. And but vendors could because they're right next to it.
Well, they gotta be special.
Oh yeah, they got nice like. They got nice little piano music for them. They got some AC. And thank you so much for the follow.
Only music you got was the sound of suffering. Sadly.
Yeah, and a moment of blanking out.
Oh,
It got so hot.
Oh, we really hate to see that happen.
yeah.
I'm just glad that Andrew was there to be like, no, go by the AC. Go.
MVP!
Yeah!
Keep your eyes open.
Well, there was a time about it. I was like putting my head down from what I remember and just. It's like, okay,
Right.
sure.
Probably just shutting down because how hot it was.
It was really bad. Because, like I said, I did like outdoor markets, and I never, like, I felt heat exhaustion, right? But I never had it that bad before. And there was no air, because at least outside you get like a slight breeze every once in a while, because obviously you're
Yeah.
outside. But there was no breeze. And they later confirmed, and I guess I'm looking at this, they actually confirmed that the smoke and the pot smell that we were smelling from was from outside. Like coming from
Nice.
outside the hotel. And it was just leaking through the parking garage.
What's with your area and pot smoke?
It's Portland.
Oh, yeah, you know you're right.
It's Portland. There's nothing else I can.
You right.
Yeah.